Yeah, let's hands are a real game about that, and I think the thing about it is you have to with hands. I think every highlight is surrounded by a dart, and if you think in terms of you're going to do a highlight on the knuckles,
It's the
you have to
Friday
surround it by
afternoon
a dart,
waterfall.
and if you don't surround it by a dart,
Yeah.
the highlight has nothing to stand on top of, and it gets
Yeah, I
lost.
probably think you're right. Uh, that's probably like like
So
it
what
is
I'll do
everywhere
is
else. I would think.
I'll leave all these areas of light because I know that I'm going to surround it by just a little bit of rose to like pop that back up. And then the hands have like that articulate quality to them. But you know, I used to kill myself with hands, and I'm like I'm doing all the detail in the world, and these hands don't look three dimensional. But then when I actually started doing that, I'm like, I don't have to do anything on the hands now. So it's just like I was doing detail, but all the details were wasted. Whereas if you put the details in just the right places, then yeah, then everything that you do just and even here, yeah, I know that I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that hanging so I can kind of come back on top of it because that's an area where the bone comes close to the skin, and anytime you have an area where the bone comes close to the skin, um, you can rather than it being lost in fat, it's really close to the skin, so you're actually seeing the blood under the skin. And because you can see the blood under the skin gets a lot warmer.
You're a scientist.
Ah.
You're a scientist as well as an artist, I see that, yes. A little biology major.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Grey's Anatomy, huh?
I mean, that's the cool thing is that's one of the reasons why like when I do you know like noses, there's so much cartilage that's there that I mean you're talking like those vessels are right against the skin, and the skin is very translucent, so you can practically see that blood happening under there. And one thing that's really cool about us as humans is that's how we track emotion. That's how we track. That's part of our language. We forget about it, but that's a really important part of what we see. So I try to overemphasize that, and I think yeah. Well, I think what it does is it because of it's pushed a little bit, it heightens your emotional response to it. Whereas in real life, when a person blushes, it's very subtle, you know, and you have to be paying very careful attention. And like I said, most people don't pay that close attention. But on a painting, I'm gonna take it up a little bit, and I'm gonna boost it up a little bit higher than it really is.
Well, that's funny that you say mention that how people don't have an eye for detail. All the nobles back in the day, when they if you couldn't draw, then you could not understand what you were seeing.
Yes.
And so everyone had to draw well enough because if you weren't a good artist, you weren't accepting and seeing. So
Yeah.
you had to sketch. You had to be able to draw.
Oh
So
yeah.
and if you couldn't, that means you weren't seeing the whole situation. So
Yeah.
so basically you're descendant of kings. We got you. Okay. He's got an eye for fine detail. That's awesome. I guess that's why you've been doing it so long,
And
huh?
that's really yeah that's really the whole thing is I think getting rid of that separation between the mechanical act of drawing and the natural act of seeing, making it not two separate things but one
One
thing.
thing, right, right. That's fantastic. That is utterly fantastic. With watercolors, I mean, I mean, I'd hate to see what you do with some Crayolas over here.
But yeah, watercolors are my friend.
Is that how you originally started? Was like doing watercolors? I mean, how? I mean,
I originally started doing watercolors, but I'm not gonna say that with pride because even though I originally started doing watercolors, I was totally fucking them up. I
Right.
mean, I had no idea what I was doing, uh, and it wasn't until I like went and did acrylics and did everything else and came back to watercolors that I had an understanding of it.
Yeah, yeah, you would, I guess that's what it is you have to have, shading, textures.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, like I said, you can tell you're, master craftsman. Not only can you, because, I mean, I think that's kind of the problem. You'll come up here and be like, well, how do you do this? And a lot of the guys, they can't tell you how they're doing it. They're like, well, I go here and I get an idea. But I mean, literally just like, yeah, hearing you talk for the past 15 minutes, you know what I mean? We got to look at the hands and, that's probably one of the hardest things to draw, our hands.
oh yeah. Like I think there's so much information going on hands, and I was telling Connie one of my favorite things about hands is my attitude is always I like doing portraits and adding hands to portraits because I think that you can lie with your face,
Right.
but you can't lie with your hands. Your hands, that's like another, that's like, you know, if a dog walks up to you and the tail is like down,
Yeah, it's right,
you
yeah.
know that, don't look at its face.
Yeah, right, yeah, yeah.
Look at the
The
tail.
tail,
So,
right.
and I think the same thing with hands. Um,
Right.
even if a person's smiling and being kind, but if they're making clenched fists,
Yeah,
you know
there's
that there's
something, yeah,
something
going
going
on.
on.
Or if, yeah, they're talking to you the whole time, like, yeah, nervousness and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So have you ever
So
thought about,
I love pushing, pushing hands in there, and it's so hands are so expressive too.
or just ask the Italians, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. They are cartoony expressive with it. Scott, we are doing fine here.
It's all he can do to contain himself.
I'm a hater. I'm quick to hate on you. If it doesn't belong to me, I'm hating on you.
And Scott's like, you can stop anytime.
Yes, that's a.
Anytime, just dismount and I'm good. I'll take it.
You have the steampunk piece?
What?
Steampunk piece on there?
Oh,
I'm on the Yahoo board.
oh, is it?
Well, I don't really take place much. I don't. I'm a worker.
And
I posted
I'm only
that you guys
halfway
have been
there.
making the X-Men show.
She's got a lot more to say.
Screening of X-Men last night.
No, I don't think anybody did.
Because I was the one who hosted it. Not when it called the theater beforehand.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, I think everyone was so tired. Rob?
No, we give it to your customers and your
Nice.
FYI. So how's it having fun, Jeremy?
Okay. That's a good scenery.
Oh, yeah. That's when I get there, I'm just goofing around.
Like the highlights in the white. Because I know you don't use conventional colours. What are you
What's that?
thinking? With the highlights in the white, what colours are you thinking? Is it going to
Oh,
be blues or pales?
in the white of the hair, or
In the apron area.
oh, yeah. With I'm gonna go with blues, but I want to do a warm light. Like I want her to feel like she's in sunlight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna really heat up the light in there. And there's something that I think is like one of the most important things about painting that I'm gonna show you on that. And I promise you, if you do this, it changes everything.
It's cute. It really is cute as a button.
And right now, it's kind of cool because I can go back in and decide how soft do I want some of those tiles. If I see any areas that I think the tiles can be softer, then I can just kind of go back in and do a little slight softening of
And that's
those.
the beauty of that paper, right?
Oh
Because it
yeah.
won't move too. I think that was part of my problem too. I was using the wrong brush, the wrong paper.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, what's really cool is most of this piece I'm going to do with this mop,
Yeah.
because I don't want to go in. I want to stay out away from it as much as possible.
Yeah, the method is so different. I'm all about teeny tiny brush.
Yeah,
It's definitely doing well.
you gotta let go of the teeny tiny brush and pull out the big giant mop and just mop the floor with it.
I wish I had seen that Pocahontas.
Ah, yeah, that was a lot of fun to just watch that.
That was
Now, if you're looking for me to sign something, it's gonna be a little while because I'm gonna finish this before the.
I mean, I understand. I was just watching the
All
work,
right,
so
totally cool, man.
I apologize.
If you want to hang out, definitely hang out.
I mean, like I said,
Are you a painter yourself?
actually, I am a great. I can't. I'm about as artistic as a fart in the wind. You know, and so I mean, I appreciate. I'm more of a concept writer guy, so
Ah,
you know, I'm more interested in the other end of it. So if I could do that, I wouldn't have to write. So yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing work. I guess are you here all weekend?
oh yeah.
All right, because I know I don't know how long you've seen since you've seen one of these.
My God, it's been a while.
Yeah, so I like so.
I don't see those all the time.
No, I know.
And to be honest, we don't know if he opened it for the first time just
Today,
so.
yes, I just
Oh,
I
man.
have this is my first con I've been collecting since I was like I don't know 15, and it's the first con I've ever been to. We just got to
Are you
open.
kidding me?
Yeah, we just opened. It's like a published company, so we're doing some books, and I figured here's the time, come up here. Check everybody out, man. I saw you were gonna be here, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Man, that's cool, man.
I mean, look, this is how long I've been with you, man. When you,
Man, that is that's the early days, man. God, those are the days when people would go, who?
yeah,
Who's
yeah.
this?
I loved. Kane was that was awesome.
Were you able to get him on? He's about 37. Yeah,
37. All right, yeah, we're gonna make a round. I guess we're gonna go see the Kickstart people.
All right, totally cool, man. All right, well, I'll see you in a little bit,
All
man.
right, that's it, sir.
So you're getting a button?
Yeah, that's already a wrap. I talked to Tim Sale just a little while ago. He said just give Stevie tomorrow. He's probably gonna do an Ivy, so that'll be.